Welcome to your magic moon message. This is the peace dealer. The moon is in Gemini and the sun is in Taurus. The moon in Gemini is going to be trining Pluto in Aquarius. Telepathy wars is out, and just be mindful that the quality of your own thoughts will, in maintaining such, let you know if you're thinking your own thoughts or if some like diabolical space alien light years away is embedded suggested thoughts to make you think it's yours, and now you're getting suggested to do things by some entity that's trolling you and making fun of you with their friends. Like, look at what I'm making this person think. So if it doesn't feel like your thoughts, it's not your thoughts. If it doesn't feel like your thoughts, it's not your thoughts. Boss life. All right, so just letting you know that. I don't know who needed to hear that message, because I think some of you are getting just straight finessed. And this is just confirmation. Yeah, you were getting trolled, buddy. Okay, so just be mindful. It's cool. It's harsh. It's wild out here. Don't worry. We just call it frame wars. All right. Some of you have not offered up your brain and mind to be completely gangbanged by, foreign frequencies. And now, you might be getting punished for that because you're standing up your ground and you're not allowing your thoughts and your precious brain to be taken over by subliminal and subconscious frequencies. As crazy as this sounds, I promise you, it's even crazier. Like, the reality is even crazier. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share that to whoever, for those of you who stand in your ground, you probably get mercilessly jumped right now. Don't worry. You still got support. Call on the angels. You're only getting jumped because you hard as fuck. You actually tough. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to jump weaklings. You're out there fighting back like with your mind, of course. Mentally, of course. So, don't worry. It's a lot weirder than that even looks like around. So it's supposed to feel awkward. It's supposed to feel weird. It's supposed to feel like you're vulnerable. And you have anybody like infiltrate your thoughts. Like, that's a vulnerable space. That's enough to trigger my Mars and Aries. And I just start hurling expletives. And I just start, saying all sorts of dark things, seemingly to myself, because it'll look like I'm schizophrenic and talking to myself. But clearly, I'm just telling off telepathically, okay, these invaders. All right, so I just wanted to share that because, as crazy as this is just the beginning. Like, these dynamics, everything I just said, I just wanted to share that air so you're not alone, because I know it's not just me going through experiences like this, and I just want to let you know, you Gucci. Now, we are still on the activation portion of this Taurus cycle. We activated the natural quality and value, and now the moon in Gemini is producing the initial effect of this quality. Power generates energy. Energy produces the effect. Okay? In fact, hazardous voltage. Authorized personnel. I thought I would share that because of the theme of voltage, right? Being put in a position to realistically, let's just say, activate and harness and cultivate the natural energy, which is extension. By the way, dope, unapologetic Gemini. Shout out to the Geminis, moon and Gemini. Quality of the actions you've taken, the raw power you have harnessed that's turning into physical strength. So we've activated now these new values. Now the moon in Gemini wants to talk shit to you. It wants to talk to you about these values. Like, You sure that's your worth? You sure that's what you think you're worth? You sure you're not worth more? You sure you're not worth more? So Gemini has a very rude attitude. So if you feel like an attitude around, really, that's it? That's all you're worth? That's just Gemini trying to remind you you're worth a lot more. Please don't take it personally. You might hear this from other people, things, places. These triggers are just meant to make sure that what you think you're worth actually reflects what you're worth. Okay? And the response of security to this will be good affirmation. If you're getting triggered left and right, you need to revisit what you really think your value is. Chances are you lowballed yourself, okay? Of course, if you overestimated it, you will get humbled. And don't worry, that's cool. The square to Saturn in Pisces at the end of the transit is merely now enlightening this understanding of your true value. That's why I love a transit like this. Shout out to the Gemini moons, Taurus suns. Gemini moon, Taurus sun is true value. So you're understanding what you're truly worth. This is going to segue into the moon in Cancer, where now you're going to feel the direction that these thoughts push you towards. Okay? And it's going to now, in the final part of activating through the moon in Cancer, strengthen the quality that we've activated. But the reason why I like this is the moon in Gemini gives you an initial experience, right? You're shifting the value of this energy by producing a shift in your mindset, because the moon will be actively enlightening you towards the true understanding of what specifically you're worth and what value you're activating. The best way to do this now is to understand the thoughts you're repeating over and over. So this is where you'll see amazing results from the all wealth spell. Given that Gemini is an aspect of magic, word magic, you want to just spend this moon in Gemini doing the all wealth spell. Okay, I have sexy people on my D. I'm sorry. That's just part of the spell. I have maple syrup and lots of pancakes. How you doing? You know, anything that you can say in order. She probably heard the first thing I said. I didn't even realize the acoustics and the sound actually travel much quicker. I told you this would be weirder than it looks, but yes, I have ample amounts of maple syrup and pancakes because I'm a pancake gangster. You can say whatever you want that resonates with wealth for you. What I'm doing is I have all power, I have all knowledge, I have all presence. Please use that. It's beautiful, it's encompassing, it's all wealth. Basically, you have all these three things, you have everything, that's all wealth. All right, so I need you to say that over and over, the moon in Gemini, because you're going to be now understanding the truth of how this frequency you're entraining and impressing in your subconscious will immediately start to take effect. You want to feel the resistance, because that's what the current will create voltage with. As you say that, you're going to feel suggestions of thoughts. You're going to feel doubt within arise up, like it's coming from the water, like your words are water going to the pool and then everything sifting from the bottom, the doubt. Just let that, let's say anything within you that wants to see you as less than your worth, we'll call that your inner bitch. Let's say everyone has an inner bitch, right? You want to let the inner bitch just come through and dissipate. I just wanted an excuse to say inner bitch. Just excuse me, excuse my immaturity. But the reason why this is very significant, once again, is because now with the quality of what you're understanding, you're thinking, this is meant to shift the idea around this quality you're manifesting. All right. Now, because the moon just conjuncted Uranus at the end of Taurus, this is also going to facilitate the true understanding of instant manifestation. And that's where, repeating the right affirmations will very fast, very quickly, entrain your subconscious. It's going to sextile Mercury in Aries to align with the I am, and how bold and authentic and original your intentions are which Gemini will now continue to spell out more. And the whole key here is you're manifesting an initial shift. You're manifesting a shift in your mindset because you're starting to experience this manifestation of your value through instant manifestation. Before, like, the moon will be in Sagittarius, and you understand how to transform this process because you see more into the quality of it and the process of it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm realizing that even with the crusty face, I'm just effortlessly sexy, and this could be a form of delusion, but until I accept that, I know that this is just unadulterated sexiness. It's just like unfiltered, raw, uncut sexiness that may even look a little ugly, but you just have to adjust your mindset, the way you think about it, in a way that's just not lying to yourself, because you don't want to lie to yourself. And clearly I'm like the sexiest man alive. So that being said, have fun with it. That's also a good advice. Have fun with it. Now, the moon is trining Pluto in Aquarius, and you could feel like you're being vibrationally jumped by evil space aliens or covens, or just people who are really telepathic and they think they're slick. All right. So, the best advice I can give you is to jump them back. Fight fire with fire. Don't be evil and stoop down to their level. But if you can, like, smack the bejesus out of them with your energy, you should. You should entertain, like, mercilessly jumping those who've jumped you with your energy and spirit team. And don't worry, you'll figure out how. Just focus on what you're doing. Just have the attitude, the true understanding of what my mindset should be when I'm really manifesting this value, but really standing on these values. This is going to let you communicate that, and I think that's really the major aspects we have to be dealing with, because the square to Pisces, the sextile to Aries, the trine to Pluto and Aquarius, that's just going to draw on this awakening of supernatural energy. And then as the moon goes through Jupiter, this is going to expand that portal for what more you can communicate and put an extra dimensional, supernatural, extraordinary, advanced Aquarian energy and put it into words. Okay, first of all, don't be perturbed by closed doors too. If some people don't want to speak to you anymore or connect with you anymore because they didn't really give you a reason and they're being shady, let those motherfuckers go. You're gonna replace them with like 10 times the talent or 10 times with what you're working on. And yeah, it could suck that maybe certain things are halted, but that's for a reason. Like, Saturn is delaying everything that is being delayed for a reason. Maybe that person who you're frustrated with, that doesn't want to really work with you or put out some good stuff you made, maybe that person might come out as a crazy fraud, and you even being associated with them would be a bad look. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that has to happen, right? Maybe that person might come out as even super successful, but trust me, trust your timing, trust what happens outside of your control. Don't get so caught up on that, because now the more you align your thoughts, the more you're going to understand your unique rhythm to manifest instantly. And chances are you've already manifested what you wanted to manifest instantly. You just didn't recognize that it's already, the bridge of incidents is already coming together. Okay. And that's one thing that anyone will tell you. Manifestation is instant. The moment you decide to manifest, the bridge of incidents that will allow things to happen happens instantly. Even if what you want seemingly doesn't happen instantly, it's all right. The process already begun, like you ordered food. So speak life into what you have value in. Okay. I love pancakes for the purpose of this analogy. I love pouring syrup on pancakes. I like how badass it makes me feel when I bust anime moves like an entire weeb. I don't know. Just say what brings value to you. For me, we're going to use the all well spell. I hope you use the all well spell too. Make your own rendition or variation of, I have all power. I have all knowledge. I have all presence. You have to say it like a gritty Batman voice, because that adds more gravity and it feels like you're saying, I have all. You see how you feel it from a deeper place. You know what I'm saying? If that's too goofy for you, I don't think you cut out for this manifestation shit. I don't know if you really like that. But if you really understand what we do in here, then this is going to put you in a position to realistically, you know what I'm saying, really manifest this enlightened understanding of how you're, producing this exceptional, extraordinary value. All right. See, I got agents of the Matrix trying to creep up on me because they know I'm about this shit for real. Hey, y'all stay blessed though. Peace.